Good morning. Good morning. I can never tell when it's going to start, so I got to start the motions early because I can never tell when it's actually going to start the camera, when it's going to start the video. So I just start my activities early. Just start doing stuff early so that way you listen because I can, I could be sitting here putting on lipstick and do other stuff, and then I look at the video later and notice when I thought it wasn't even live yet, it was already running. I'm like, well, it's already going. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. 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 Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Bringing it all together. Time to come together in the morning. It's Wednesday, hump day. Trying to see what the market has. Looks like we are above 5,900 already this morning, in the morning. Already 5,900. We're trying to see if we can get on up a little higher. Well, it's kind of pulling back a little bit now, but it was above 5,900, which means it wants to stay up there. It wouldn't go up there yesterday, which was fine with me because I didn't want it up there yesterday. I had my trade 59.05, 59.10, so I did not want it hanging out above 5,900 yesterday. I did not. I wanted it to go on back down yesterday, and it did right. It did right. It went up a little bit, hung out, and then came on back down. I was like, no, not today. You can go up here tomorrow. You can go to 5,900, 59.05. You can do all that tomorrow. But today, I need you to close below 59. Well, at least below 59.05. I didn't care that if it was above 5,900, but I didn't want it above 59.05. Nope, I did not. I did not. I did not. And you know what? It was obedient. SPX was obedient. So that was cool with me. That was cool with me. Okay. All right. All right. It's Wednesday, hump day. I'm Arlissa, educator to trader, which you can see in that little bubble. I think that bubble covers my face down there, and the words cover my face, but you can see the name says Arlissa. That is me. I think I look like an Arlissa. We were talking about that the other day about do people look like their names? And I think I look like an Arlissa, right? Some people, we were me and my kids said I might look like a Barbara. I don't think I look like a Barbara though. Not that a Barbara looks like anything. It's just I think some people look like their names. I don't think I look like a Barbara, but I do look like an Arlissa. Yes, I do. So here we are. Um, excuse me. Let's get on with our day. Let's get on with our information. Listen, the first thing that's of note this morning is that the VIX is at 18. The VIX being at 18. Y'all already know what that means. Do y'all already know? Excuse me. The VIX being down below 20 means that the market is up. VIX down, market up. That's the way that goes. It's the way it goes. It's just the way it goes. All right. VIX down. We hadn't seen these numbers in a minute, so we thought this was maybe not the environment we were going to be in for a minute. But hey, we're back. 18.29. 18.29 is the VIX. We'll take it. We'll take whatever we see. And we trade what we see around these parts. Trade what we see. Okay. And just like that, Wall Street's recession calls are vanishing. Economists believe the U.S. will skirt a recession as tariffs are now lower than Wall Street ended up bracing for. What to watch for after the U.S.-China deal? Tesla board explores new pay deal for Elon Musk. Okay. Tariffs still a huge nightmare for small businesses despite the truce. Ketchup maker Kraft Heinz is investing $3 billion in upgrading U.S. manufacturing. I think if nothing else, the tariff discussion got foreign companies to thinking about bringing their business back to the U.S. If nothing else, it got people having that conversation, which, I'm all for that. I'm all for that too. As long as you can bring it back to the U.S. and keep those prices kind of in some kind of reasonable place. Citi and JP Morgan see 2025's laggards turning short-term winners. American Eagle tumbles after pulling financial guidance for 2025. Social Security confusion. Yahoo Financial readers speak out. Okay. U.S. stock futures are muted after S&P 500 erases the 2025 losses. Basically, we have come on back up. When I say we, I say we like I'm involved in all the things and I'm not. But, I say we have come on up. But we're at 5,900. 5,900, which is where we were a few months back. I looked at the chart. I'm gonna go back to the chart in a minute, but I was looking for some resistance and was like, "Hey, we were here." I was thinking we were at all-time high. Not quite, not quite. Good morning, Janae. Good morning, my day. Good morning, Carla. Carla says I'm in training now, so I'll have to listen. Happy trading, everyone. Yes, you need to listen when you're in trading. When you're in training, you gotta listen. Good morning, Ward. Stock rally no one is comfortable with makes it hard to chase. This is true. Now, I agree with this piece because sometimes when it's running, you're like, I don't know how long this gonna run. And if you chase and you end up somewhere getting bit, or if it turned back real hard, you running right behind somebody and they stop real fast or they turn around, you're gonna run right into them. Yeah, that's how this could possibly feel. So be careful. All right. Just again, trade what you see. That's what we do all the time. Trade what you see. But there's a lot happening in this market right now. Okay. Stock futures are flat after NASDAQ post 5-day winning streak. We've got Dow futures up 64, S&P futures up 13, NASDAQ futures up 57. Oil and 10-year bonds are red. Europe is mixed bag. Stock 600, FTSE Milano are all green. The DAX and the CAC are red. Defense giant Rink shares dip despite order boom. Burberry soars 17%. Live updates. In Asia, we've got everything is green except for the Nikkei. Asia Pacific markets mostly higher as investors assess the U.S.-China trade talk. Yep, everybody's, people tell you one thing and that don't necessarily be all the facts. They tell you pieces. If you get part of a story and it's not the whole story, then you could feel like you've been lied to. Because if some key piece of information is left out of the story, it's going to lean you a different way, right? If my son when he was driving, would tell me he was going to the store, then that's true. He could be going to the store. But if he left out the fact that he was going to stop by here, he was going to run by there, he was going to do this, and this on the way to the store, then that's he hadn't given me all the information. And I'm going to the store is true, but it's missing key pieces of data. It's going to lead me down a different path. If you say I'm going to the store and coming back, I might be thinking store and back, maybe an hour max. But if you're going to make a few stops and go hither and yon, then we could be talking about 3 to 4 hours. We could be talking about all day. And he come back and say, well, I did go to the store, but what else did you do? Right? So, with the tariff deal is worked out. Yeah, but what else is in it? What else is involved? What else are we doing? Or what else are we not doing? Right? This is where I'm at. Tell me, give me a little. I'm not that I need all that because they ain't gonna tell you everything in the government. That's how it works. They don't tell you everything. Anyway, crypto, everything is red in crypto except for XRP. Well, everything's down. Bitcoin is at 104,000, Ethereum 2617, Solana 180, Dogecoin 0.237, and XRP is at 2.6. All right, that's where we are with that. The calendar for today. Calendar today is Wednesday, Wednesday. The day of the week with all the unnecessary letters is Wednesday, because they really could have spelled it Wednesday, but it's Wednesday. Why? This is the English language for us. 9:10, we've got FOMC member Jefferson will speak. 10:30, crude oil inventories, which is probably an orange folder, not yellow. 5:40, we got FOMC member daily. Even though nothing is happening that is of note per se here, just know the president probably will speak sometime, or somebody is going to add something in here and it's going to go, awry. Iola, good morning. Investing.com. See if we got anything here that's coming up. 9:10. The Fed Governor Jefferson will speak. Crude oil inventories, cushion crude oil. All gasoline. Okay. Nothing else besides what we saw over there. Okay. Let's go look at what Adam had to say this morning, and then we'll swing back to the charts. I hope y'all had a good trading day yesterday. If you did, put me some dollar signs in the chat. If you made some money yesterday, put me some dollar signs in the chat. Especially if you're in my community, you need to put a dollar sign or two or three into the chat, because I know we made some money yesterday. Me and my community made some money yesterday. Yes, we did. I want to see a dollar sign or two or three over in there. Okay. Adam says yesterday the 58.50, that needed to say 58.30. Change that to 58.30. The 58.30 reclaim triggered long in SPX. Yes, Selena. Yes. The 58.30 reclaim triggered long in SPX. My target was 58.90 with 59.07 first bonus. Now post-rally chop is underway. Anytime you get a rally, there's going to be some chop. Hold your runners. Don't overtrade. 58.81 to 59.07 is the chop zone. 58.81, 59.07 is the chop zone, with 58.90 being the magnet. Reclaim of 58.90 and 58.81 are actionable places. 59.17, 59.43 are breakout targets. If 58.70 fails now, then we sail to 58.30. All right. If 58.70 fails and we sell to 58.30, the gap between the ES and SPX is 20 points. If you're trading XSP, the range is between 583 and 591. Okay, why do I put the information about the gap? It is because Adam trades the ES and we trade SPX. Adam posts about the ES and we trade the SPX. So if you're watching his tweets, you need to know the difference between those two numbers, because the ES and the SPX are not the exact same numbers. They're not the exact same thing. There's a gap between those two, and it's about 20 points. If you're watching Adam Mancini on Twitter or on X, subtract 20 points from his numbers. That should give you your SPX numbers. If you're trading XSP, you're going to trade a different range. Basically, knock off that back number, and you got XSP. I see we got some dollar signs over here. Selena, Frank Lee, woo, Janae, woo, Melissa, Marsha, woo, woo. I need to add some dollar signs too, because I made some money yesterday too. Woohoo! And I know we got more people who made money, because I got a whole community of folks who post their money into the chats after we finish our trading day, and we post our profits. That way we can all celebrate with one another. We can go woo, 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 woo. We can do all that together. So I know there is more people who made some money. Listen, we can still celebrate. Y'all see what we can celebrate? My channel has over 15,000 subscribers. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for subscribing, for hanging out with me, for just enjoying and and putting up with my antics, because that's what these are sometimes, is antics. My husband comes in here when I be doing all my things, and he closes my office door. He's like, you are on 10. So let me just close this door. So, but listen, I have to entertain myself when I'm in these parts, because I can't see. I can see y'all. Well, I can see. I know y'all are out there, but I can't hear you. I have to just know that the people are watching and listening, and just know that you're out there in the Twitterverse and in the YouTubeverse and in the Facebookverse. I have to just know that you're out there. And I thank y'all so much. Continue to like and subscribe, though. Don't leave me hanging. Y'all tell people about me. Y'all must not know about me. Tell people about Arlissa. Say, Arlissa over there. She's still over there talking about her credit spreads. So there's one girl came to me that she was like, I think I remember you from a few years back. Yes, sis, it's still me. I'm still over here doing and saying and acting the same and being the same and teaching some of the same stuff. All the pieces are coming together. All the pieces coming together. We're doing it and doing it well. That's the plan anyway. We're seeking to do it steady and consistently. That's what we're after over here. Listen, that's what we're after over here. Trying to be consistent. That's the plan, is to be consistent. Yep. Let's go look at the chart. See what's on our chart. Let's go look at our chart. Okay. Excuse me again. Me and this throat. Let me get some water. Maybe that'll help it. Janae, I'm so glad to be here hanging out with y'all. I'm so glad that you all abide me. I really am. Okay, this is SPX 500, which is what we can look at right now. We're currently at 58.96. We have to put some of those numbers we got from Adam. We got to put those on our chart. 58.90, I believe he said, is a place. 58.90 and 58.81 are places where we'll have to see that. We have to make sure that knowing that these zones are places that there we go, are places that will need to be support areas. This is kind of the chop zone, I think he said, was from 50, was maybe to 59.07. I think he said, I don't remember now, but I remember he said 58.90 is that support area. We'll put that on our little chart. All right, that's where we are right now in SPX is 58.96, just below 5,900. All right, 5,900. It's already been up there a little bit. It can't seem to go too much higher. I want to say 59.07 is where he also said was the chop zone. So I'm going to put that on my chart as well, so I'll know that this area here is the chop zone. And you look at where price is in here, just chopping back and forth, just doing its thing right here, back and forth, back and forth. Okay, let's look at SPY. See what SPY is doing in the pre-market. Oh, let me turn off the VWAP for now. There we go. I'll turn off VWAP so that way we can see without the cloud. Currently, oh, you know what I wanted to see in SPX before I go away? I wanted to show that we are in SPX, we are back into an area where we were back in February, March. If you look back in February and March of this year, now look at this round trip. We look like, and it wasn't long ago now, y'all, because we forget real fast. We forget fast. Okay, February, March of this year, we were right here in the over 6,000s. We were over 6,000s in February. The high in February, 6,100. I think that was our high, was 61.44 in this area, 61.44.45. This was February of this year. We fell off of that high and fell some more. Whoop, we're down to March. We were down as low as 5,500. That's a 600-point drop in a month, right? Then we fell off some more down into the 5,000s. That's a 1,000-point drop, 4,900, 4,800. We were 1,300 point drop within a few months. Folks, the sky is falling. The sky is falling. And I was folks too. I don't know if I was folks because I didn't know enough. I would say I didn't know enough. I've not been through enough rotation of the market going through this to be able to say what it was going to do. This is still just me watching. You know, I've been trading now for about 5 years, but that's short time in the rotation and in the cycles of the stock market. 5 years is not a long period of time. But so anyway, we bounced back off of the low of 4,800, 4,835. And we bounced back. This was April 7th. And from April 7th to May 13th, or a month almost, we're back up at 5,900. We're 1,000 points higher than we were a month ago. Talk about a run. In a month, we've run up 1,000 points. Anybody who caught this a month ago and decided they were going to ride it for a month has made some serious change. If you decided you were getting in a month ago and you were buying a 4-week call or a 6-week call, even though the SPX calls them things is costly. Okay, if you buying some calls in SPX, you spending some chukka change. But if you bought it in SPY, if you bought one in SPY, you still, this same level of movement happened in SPY as well. 100 points, take a zero off because SPY is a little bit smaller. Anyway, that's where we are. So back in February, we were in this same area where we are right now, and we're back. We're back. Yep. Okay. I wanted to show that, to know that we can look over here now. We can look back and find some resistance areas. I was doing some charting for a video I was creating, and I was looking back and saying, oh, there is some resistance and some stuff, some zones over here we can look at. I thought we were at all-time highs. We weren't. We're not. We're not. Okay. So that's SPX. Let's go back to SPY. I'll go back and look at SPY now. Put ourselves on a smaller chart because I want to see. I might need to go back though and mark that gap because I don't think I had it marked on here. But this is SPY in the pre-market. Yesterday we closed at SPY closed at 586.81. It's currently at 587.86, so it's up about $1 from the close yesterday. SPY is up about $1 from where it closed yesterday. Triple Q, similar situation, closed yesterday around 515.57. Currently at 516.81, so about $1 and some change. It's up this morning. That's Triple Q, 516.75 right now. IWM, which is the one I really need to just come on back down. Be slow rising right now because I have a trade in IWM that I need to come on and act right. It's not acting right just yet. IWM closed at 208.67. It's currently at 208.25. No, it dropped a little bit overnight. This was been somebody's earnings down to 206. This is the kind of action I need right here. Drop on down to 206 and below. And below. This is what I need. That's what I need. Okay. Okay. Let's go on back to the slides. Thank you, my day. This was our last week's trades. We looked at that on Monday. This is current week's trades. It's Wednesday, and Wednesday is actually a good week to look at getting into credit spreads. Wednesday is a good day to look at getting in credit spreads. Microsoft, which we entered Microsoft yesterday. We entered Triple Q the day before, and we were able to exit yesterday. Triple Q was also bullish. We entered Monday and exited on Tuesday. Microsoft, we entered yesterday. Hopefully we'll be able to get out today. Exxon, same thing. We actually need to get out of Exxon. Those who are in my community, we need to get out of Exxon. I got another message about the ex-dividend date. So we're going to need to exit out of there so that way we don't get caught as sellers in the ex-dividend date. What does this little note down here say about that? Does that talk about it? Piper. Yeah, we need to get going out of Exxon so we don't have any issues. Whew. Last week's profits. E2T free resources. E2Tfreebies.com. 3 things to check before you trade. Want to set you up for success in 5 minutes or less. You can go get 3 things to check before you trade. E2T free resources. Go over to E2T-freebies. E2T-freebies.com. There's all kind of free stuff over there. You can go over there and grab whatever it is you like. Whatever it is that you're looking for, you can go over there and grab you some of it, okay? All righty. What's next? Oh, we didn't talk much about our candlestick pattern. Oh, Janae said gold not doing so good. Yeah, I saw gold gap down the other day. It gapped down on Monday, I believe. And yeah, it gapped down on gold on Monday. Gap down on Monday. I am pausing because my stomach is turning flips. I drank that water and now something in the middle of my stomach started hurting. So I'm it's like my whole body got hot and in the middle of my stomach started hurting. Anyway, the spinning top pattern is in for the month of May. This is the pattern that we have in the Candlestick Mastery calendar. You can get the Candlestick Mastery calendar at MELINSP. There we go. Okay. You know how you can't concentrate when your teeth start hurting and your stomach starts hurting? It's like something right in the middle of my stomach. And I hope whatever's in there is deciding to stay, because that would be really bad if it decided it didn't want to stay. Not right now. Not right now. Not right now. Okay. Chart your way to 100K. Make sure that you're learning how to chart. Hello. Don't be out here in these streets trading without charting. That's not wise. Not wise at all. SPX playbook. XOM is coming down some. I put the chart up for XOM. Do we have XOM on the put credits? We got on the call credit spread list. That's fine. So that way we can exit with some profits today. I was looking at the chart over here. SPXplaybook.com. That's what we use to trade the SPX, part of one of the strategies that we use to trade SPX each day. And you can grab it over SPXplaybook.com. These are the strategies that we trade in our community. Credit spreads for the week, credit spreads for the day, cash secure puts, and covered calls. I actually have a video coming out soon to my YouTube channel that is how to use cash secure puts to buy your stocks on sale. I'm going to get stocks on sale. One-on-one coaching. If you need just a little bit of time, 60 to 90 minutes, you can talk with me to get yourself lined out and get yourself figured out. You just might need one or two little tweaks. You might be doing fine. Just need one or two little tweaks to get yourself together. All right, let's find our way to, there we go, E2T Trader Declaration. I don't think whatever this is trying to stay. I declare I'm a great trader, a successful trader, and a focused trader. I declare my wins exceed my losses and my accounts growing steadily. I'm a wise and knowledgeable trader. I have a strategy that I use for my trades. I don't randomly place trades. I'm a level-headed trader who trades my plan and not my emotions. Lord, it's you who gives us the power to get wealth. Help us today to trade our strategy with wisdom and knowledge. Allow us to prosper enough to have what we need and enough to bless others. In Jesus' name, amen, amen, amen. All right. So listen, as always, I suggest that we trade what we see every single day, all day long. And sometimes the trading day can seem like an eternity. Okay. It just goes and goes. You'll be trading. Then you look up and it's like 11 o'clock. You're like, we've been here forever. And it's 11. Then you trade. Next you look up, it's 1. Like, we still got 3 hours. 3 hours. And this is why I've tried to put together strategies that keep us from having to stay in front of the computer all day, because it can seem like a long time. And that's definitely not what we're after. We're not after being in front of our computers a long time. All right. In front of these screens. So we do strategies that as sellers, we don't have to be in front of our computers all the time. You want to be able to enter your trades and let time lapse, let theta decay work for you, let it do what it do. And then you collect your money at the end of the day. Well, actually, you get your money right away. When you're a seller, you get paid right away. And then end of the day, you see that you got to keep your money. All right. So I want you to do 3 things today. What are these 3 things? I want you to stay green. I want you to get this money. Yes. And I want you to have a great green day. All right. For everybody who's here, I want to